Welcome to the Whiteline Product Spotlight. Today we're going to talk about anti-lift geometry and how that affects the vehicle. We have a few examples of some of the Whiteline anti-lift kits that we have here. Early model Subaru, 08 Subaru, street version, 08 Subaru Motorsport version. We also have over here VW Golf Mark 5 and Mark 6 anti-lift kit. Some of the benefits or some of the things that I like to use to explain anti-lift geometry. When we talk about anti-lift geometry, this is a front load control arm out of a previous model, or GD Impreza. We talk about the line between the front and the rear bush. That line and how that works with the other geometry in the car, like caster and camber and things like that, mainly caster. When we adjust anti-geometry, we actually like to move the rear of the arm in a front wheel drive or anything with front drive, we're moving it down. The other thing that we're doing, and this is why our kits are so successful, is that we're not just doing one component, we're also doing 2 or 3 other sections as well. We're also moving that out to add caster. Give more positive caster, gives a better feel for that car on the road. The other thing we do is we remove the very over-compliant, and that's very critical, that over-compliant bush, and we also then adjust for the misalignment. Misalignment meaning when this vehicle starts out, everything is nice and true and square. When we move all those points, we then have to misalign the way that pin goes through that bush. If we don't misalign that, then we also add in friction. Friction in the suspension is very a bad thing to induce into the suspension system. We want the suspension to move freely. We want the shocks and the strings and the sway bars to do their job. We don't want the suspension bushing to bind up that suspension. We need the suspension, and especially that wheel, to stay in contact with the ground at all times. Okay, so the benefits that we've added to this. Again, we have changed the anti-geometry, so we've relieved some of that friction from the OE manufactured vehicle and components. We've added caster. We've removed the compliance of that OE bush, and we've also rectified the misalignment through that rear pin through the bush. So 4 features in that kit. One part number, 4 features. For more information on these and other kits, please visit whiteline.com.au.